City Council, January 9th, 2023. Oh my gosh, why does that keep doing?
Let's call the meeting to order. The Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Welcome, everyone. See you here. So let's move right on in our agenda. Okay, we are. Oh, yes. Get down far enough. Okay, do we have any items from the public tonight? I don't see anyone flagging line that they have interest in speaking, so we're going to move along. Item 4, I would entertain a motion. The agenda, the consent agenda, and the minutes from our meeting December 12th, 20. And a second? Second. Any discussion? All in favor? Unanimous in favor. Do we have any correspondence though? No. Okay. We're going to move on. Contract for our prosecuting attorney. This is exactly the same as it was last year. There are no changes. So I would entertain a motion to approve.
So moved.
Tricia moves. And second. Okay. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
All unanimous in favor? Okay. Now we'll move on to professional service contract. Again, this is identical to last year. So I would entertain a motion to approve. And a second. Patricia seconds. Is there any discussion? All in favor? 3 in favor? Moving on to personal services contract for the clerk treasurer. And the change here is in the wages, which is based upon the budgeted wage increase, the regular as well as the COLA. So yearly salary it will now be $39 for this next year. So I would entertain a motion to approve.
So moved.
You want to take a second? Patricia, Jim moved ahead of you. Okay. Any discussion? All in favor? Okay. Everyone is in favor. Moving on to item 9, personal service contract for the chief of police. Again, the only change has been in the wage area, which I've never heard of. Missing part of it. Anyway, it has not, other than for treasure's gone up. So I would entertain a motion to approve. Is there any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
One is in favor. Okay, we're going to move on to the supervisor building inspector contract. And this one I do have an item to. If you want to go to page 4. The sentence just above building, 2 sentences. Inspector says the annual salary shall increase by any annual increase for the city of South Bend employees. And so we did that to include the building inspector salary of $6,000. And historically, those. Funny, we were discussing, the contract for supervisor building inspector. So. That's 2 sentences above where number 2, building inspector, annual salary shall be any annual increase report in city of South Bend. And I realized for the building inspector category, and it had been a yearly salary of $6,000. So we went back and made this then 5-year historical differentiation, and it amounted to about $1,000 of that pay for that. Well, in preparation for this meeting, as I was inputting the new numbers, we realized that we had made an error doing that. That if you look back on page 3, it says that annual salary shall increase under the 1 city supervisor section. That line is not under item 2 building. So anyway, so in the December wage, the $1,000 and change was paid. And so we thought we would bring it to you to determine what it is the only salary that has this language with the annual increase included in. That's the only one where in all of the other personal services contracts that is included. So we have 3 choices. We can leave that we made in place and carry it forward, which would put the annual salary at $7,083 with for this next year with the increase and the COLA that the others have received. We could remove the historical thing that we did. We could unravel that and take it out. We could only put that before the annual, because that language could be added. Or you could put it back to the 6,000 and not add that language at all. Those are the choices that we have tonight. So there's our discussion. Yeah. Well, we already paid.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you saying leave it as we've done it?
Yeah,
Okay.
because that's
Well,
It's a
and
position.
and in order to be consistent, all the other salaries do reflect that. Now, there is also within the building inspector, there is the 20% of gross receipts that he also receives. And that is the bigger portion of the pay that he receives from being the building inspector. So I had Zoe look it up, and last year with both factors, about $20,000 received for being the building inspector with the salary as well as the 20%. So I think it's a reasonable amount for the work that is there. Already been as we have added language here in this new contract. So we have added that language. Have strike it if you would, just leave it at the 6,000. Jan has recommended that we do the historic. Leave this language in. A motion to that effect.
So
And a second. Okay, is there any discussion?
I only heard a brief portion about what you said, but
Oh, you couldn't hear me?
not very well, but I think I got the gist of it. Jan wants to go with the historical.
Yes,
Okay, all right.
yes.
I don't know if it's just me, but the whole thing's been dropping in and out dramatically.
It has been.
Okay, yeah, you've been basically unintelligible through most of the meeting.
Can you hear me now?
Yes. It's in, it's
I think
in
it
and out.
based on which direction you're facing and what the mic is picking up. And it seems to be
Yeah.
extraordinarily directional tonight. I was just about to reboot my system to try to get a better receive. It was my system causing it.
If you speak straight forward, it seems to work okay. But if you turn and are speaking to either Darren or Jan or Zoe or somebody, then it's in and out, mostly out.
Really weird, because my computer that's right directly in front of me, the speaker system is completely off.
Oh,
Yeah, but
well,
the
I'm
thing
on-
is, the speaker that's showing up on Zoom is coming from the one titled Zosoa. So whatever machine Zoe is running is the one that's microphone is picking up your conversation.
Okay, that's our portable ones that are in front here that we normally use. Okay, well, I'll just try and remember not to look at anybody when I speak. So we have a motion on the table to, the historical pay that has been paid, as well as to, add the language that the annual salary shall increase by any annual increases for the city of South Bend employees into the building inspector section, which would make the annual salary for building inspector $7,783. So now, is there any discussion? Yes.
So does that,
Yes.
does that happen?
Separate.
Okay,
It's
okay.
here.
Okay.
That,
Okay.
that language was already there.
Okay,
So what I read was the language that is added.
okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, does anyone else have any comments on this? Okay, so, all those in favor?
Aye.
Heather, in favor. Okay, so that takes care of the change. Now we need to, the whole, personal services contract for the city supervisor building inspector. So I would entertain to approve that as we changed it, the whole thing. Okay, any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Everyone is in favor. Okay. Now move on to item 11. Mayor Pro Tem. Mayor Pro Tem has been Darren Manilow. I would recommend that we leave it that way. You are welcome to recommend anyone else that you would so desire.
No.
Willing to serve as Mayor Pro Tem again, Mayor? Okay, I would entertain a motion to, approve Darren Manilow as Mayor Pro Tem.
So moved.
Okay, and Patricia's got the second. So, further discussion? All in favor? Everyone is in? Right? This, the next one is an appointment of Judge Arnold to be judge for the municipal court. This is a relatively new thing that they have put in place. We used to be able to just point one as we needed one, and now the court is asking that we have one, pre-designated, if you will.
It's in case of an emergency.
Yeah, and it's,
So
yeah.
will like that. Or anything further than legislation. R 29. Was something. Kind of order, and it's only. It turned out to be.
The judge. Yeah. So anyway, as, that, and I'd like to appoint him as the pro tem, presiding judge pro tem. So I would entertain a motion to approve Judge Arnold. And then a second. Okay. Any discussion? All those in favor? Everyone is in favor. Okay, 2023 council committees are the same as they were. We did add, the representatives, Jan Davis is on the representative for the city on the Housing Authority Board. And, the Waukegan Council of Governments for Specific County is a part of, has asked that we, designate an alternate. I attend those meetings on a regular basis. And so, I reached out to him. He agreed that he would be the alternate, for that position. And, the reason I went with him was because, Patricia's already on. You see, Jan is on the Housing Authority, and you and Wyatt both work in those meetings during the day. So I reached out to Bunny and he agreed to do that. Well, yes. Yeah, you are. That should be written on there, shouldn't it? Okay, we'll add that. So is everyone content with their council committee assignments? Can't hear you, Patricia.
May I have my name changed to Corcoran?
Oh, yes. Yep,
Thank you.
I think my name is spelled wrong in there. At least
it should be an E.
E.
If it's those. Anyone else have clerical errors? Yeah. Okay.
You can call me anything else. I'll respond.
Okay, thanks, everybody. All right, so moving on to department head reports. Chief Steele.
We've had quite a few vehicle prowls, vehicle thefts and burglaries, both in Raymond and South. Lock your cars, lock your cars. If you go inside a store, you know, lock your car, don't leave it running. And then, like I said at the last meeting, if you enter your house, there will be, there are people out and raising officers, me, and, you know, they encounter out roaming around, it's one. People aren't out walking their dogs, so keep an eye on your stuff and things locked up.
Okay, Supervisor Howell.
Business as usual. Pretty slow. Everything that I've reported on cost. We did have a water main a district office, which basically put the high school out, and 5 residents. So the unfortunate thing is that the elementary, thankfully, when we did that new water system, water line to the elementary school, we were able to the rest of that. So everything else, then I walk, you know, walk. Yeah, done at that. Guys did a good job. Fortunately, it was just a saddle.
You guys are really breaking up badly.
But it's picking it up. Don't know. And it shows like when people talk, it shows that fully picking it up. So I don't, they're on. So. It's not.
It almost sounds like the old Radio Shack for shortwave radio I built way back in the 60s. It goes wave and wave.
But we'll try and talk loud. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay. So clerk treasurer, so. Okay, and then I have a few things, you will see, next, at our next meeting, the MOU from the union. Reflecting the wage increase that we put in place, they didn't quite have their paperwork to us in time for this meeting. We do have it now, but the packet had already gone out, so it'll be in our next meeting, which is just fine. Reflecting that 7% COLA that we, did this year. And then, we have a new chamber director, Jovan Vaughn. And he's very excited. I think it's gonna be a new focus and excitement around surrounding the Chamber of Commerce now. He's really just coming in, guns blazing. He's got lots of ideas and lots of enthusiasm.
Who is that, please?
Jovan Vaughn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then the next thing is, a question. Are you interested if we were to put together, a apparel package? You could pick one and purchase some piece of apparel that said City of South Bend on it. Yeah?
Yeah.
For the council to purchase, to pick and purchase, do you want something that says South Bend on? I mean, you don't have to, you wouldn't have to say anything, but if you're interested, there were things like sweaters or sweatshirts or something like that, you know, where you can pick from several items which one you want, and then we have to pay for it ourselves because it's given to public funds if we don't. But, if you're interested in together for you, select. Okay.
Yeah, I still have my green shirt from years ago that has South
Yeah.
Bend logo on it, yeah.
I remembered you had one.
Yeah.
Yeah, thought it might be time to do something again. All right. Any public comments regarding any of our current agenda items tonight? Does not appear that we do. So let's move on to council comments. Council Corcoran.
Thank you very much for the police report, Lucas. It's always interesting and informative. And being born and raised in LA, locking your car whenever, even if you just run into your apartment to get a cup of coffee or something, you always lock it. In fact, I had a steering wheel lock that I used until I moved up here, and everybody thought I was out of my mind. So maybe I'll dig it out again. But no, everything's good. Everybody's just doing such a good job, and I'm proud to be a South Bendian.
Councilman,
Nothing.
Councilor Davis?
No.
Councilor Williams?
Sorry, I was late. Buddy, I know. Unless I'm always guilty of.
Not hearing a word.
You get with me one of these days, we'll go move it.
He was just commenting on, the chief, telling everyone to lock their doors, and he's been doing that for folks. So I don't know why you can hear me and you can't hear them. They're actually closer to the microphones than I am. That's really strange. Yeah. So, we have any future agenda topics? All right, so we are adjourned. Thank you everyone for attending.